Speaker, I want to thank you very much, and I very much respect your ruling. I'm only seeking your guidance because I come from a background where somebody can only make a submission after submitting evidence. My understanding of the request by the leader of the opposition is to have the video played as evidence. Then he makes a submission, which is a summary, making reference to the video played and the contents therein. May I seek your guidance and indulgence that you give the necessary time to matters of governance in this country. I can perfectly understand how hard it is for you to sit in that chair, especially when you're being pressed against time, but only invite you to give utmost caution, especially when we are dealing with matters that relate. Yes, that's my procedural request. And Mr. Speaker, I want to give you assurance that for me, I have no problem even when I receive instructions from a person as respectable as my honorable brother.
Thank you. Now, procedure?
Constrained to raise a matter of procedure, especially when my leader is on the floor. I am only persuaded by conscience and a conscious decision to ask this question. My understanding as a senior member of this House is that when a gadget of this nature is brought, or before it is brought here, as the leader of the opposition guided, it is brought to your attention and you authorize. The gadget that is missing is actually missing in your hands as Speaker of this House. And Mr. Speaker, and you know how much respect I give to institutions. And I have a duty to protect the integrity of this institution. Is this not a matter where you must summon all the forces at hand before you proceed with this matter to find out where your gadget is, to find out where your officer is, and to tell us the technical glitch, and to tell us, no, Mr. Speaker, I am okay with him because even in my constituency, I have people like the honorable member, and I respect them.
Thank you. So, honorable colleagues, honorable colleagues, I've just spoken to the clerk. Please listen. Okay? The clerk is sorting out a technical challenge. Hope you can be submitting as the clerk sorts out a technical challenge. Procedure, Honorable Zaake. Procedure, Honorable Zaake.
Thank you, Chair. Chair.
Honorable colleagues, let's listen to Honorable colleagues.
Mr. Speaker, I beg for your protection, Mr. Speaker. You see, Mr. Speaker, that's what happened yesterday, and the House was adjourned prematurely.
Honorable colleagues, every member should be listened to in silence.
You see, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I beg for your protection from these rowdy members. Mr. Speaker, my procedural matter, you see? Mr. Speaker, my procedural matter. Right. Mr. Speaker, I beg for your protection. Mr. Speaker, I beg for your protection. Mr. Speaker, I beg for your protection. Members are not listening.
Honorable Zaake, first take a seat. First take a seat. Now, honorable colleagues, I didn't know when words started hurting that much. Now, I want to give guidance. As a presiding officer, Honorable colleagues, listen. As a presiding officer, the action I can take is only limited by the rules. I can't, even if you demand me to do anything which is outside the rules, I can't do much. I use the rules you gave me. Now, the people, listen. The colleagues who have an issue with Honorable Zaake, I referred the matter to Committee on Rules, and that's where my powers stop. Okay? Listen. Okay? And Honorable Zaake is still a member of Parliament here, according to our rules. So that's why I request you. Honorable colleagues, that let us not allow the public to judge us. Let us listen to him. He makes his point, and then we go on. Honorable Chimosho, you wanted to say something? Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker and Honorable colleagues. Right Honorable Speaker, me, it's an appeal to all of us and Honorable colleagues, and also appeal to you, Right Honorable, that if it requires for you to be harsh, but to maintain sanity and dignity of all of us, it's very important. Right Honorable Speaker and Honorable colleagues, we get a lot of public outrage. We cannot keep in this hullabaloo. Right Honorable Speaker, I beg of you, if it requires suspending most of us, please do. The dignity of Parliament must be maintained.
Thank you, Honorable. Now, of course, I take long to be pushed into such a line. I usually want us to build consensus. But me, what I know is the best way is to respond to someone. A member has stood up on a point of procedure. Okay? So if he has stood up on a point of procedure, I must listen to him. I must give him an opportunity. That's what the rules you made require me to do. These are your rules. I'm not applying my rules. So, honorable colleagues, I request you that let's have sanity, each one of you, and if you are not satisfied, I will request you, please, not to disorganize the House I'm chairing. Otherwise, I'm being pushed into listing names and using my authority as a presiding officer. Because today, I want first to assure you, today I'm not going to adjourn the House prematurely because of your behavior, colleagues. I will use my powers under the rules, under the law. I won't adjourn the House prematurely. So I expect each one of us to behave. Honorable Zaake, raise your procedure matter.
The presiding officer, I thank you for your indulgence. My procedure matter is one. Mr. Speaker, yesterday, when a section of the members, the colleagues right here, requested for a video to be played yesterday. No, I mean on Tuesday.
Thursday.
On Thursday.
Yeah.
Thank you for your correction. On Thursday last week. It played instantly without any kind of help. Yet the member came on a procedural matter that day. So, is it procedurally right today to delay our video as the section of... Yes, it has been delayed.
Thank you.
Is it procedurally right to delay the video?
Thank you.
That is in question right now.
Thank you.
Last time, it played instantly. So for matters of fairness, just like you've requested, that for matters of fairness, the video should be played. So is it really procedure enough?
Thank you.
To delay that video? I thank you.
Honorable colleagues, the power of the speaker only stops on granting. I'm not a machine operator. Also to remind you that if I'm to step out of this seat and go to sit on that computer, I must suspend the House. So can we say the speaker suspend the House to go and operate a machine? I cannot. So it's a technical glitch which they've said they are sorting, and I have requested Globe to be making a presentation. By the time maybe he finishes, they would have sorted it out. So, Rope kindly, and I'm very sure the words of Rope are very critical in terms of responding to the statement.
Speaker, I want to thank you very much, and I very much respect your ruling. I'm only seeking your guidance because I come from a background where somebody can only make a submission after submitting evidence. My understanding of the request by the leader of the opposition is to have the video played as evidence. Then he makes a submission, which is a summary, making reference to the video played and the contents therein. May I seek your guidance and indulgence that you give the necessary time to matters of governance in this country. I can perfectly understand how hard it is for you to sit in that chair, especially when you're being pressed against time, but only invite you to give utmost caution, especially when we are dealing with matters that relate. Yes, that's my procedural request. And Mr. Speaker, I want to give you assurance that for me, I have no problem even when I receive disruptions from a person as respectable as my honorable brother.
Thank you. Now, yes, I can understand, Honorable Ssegona, where you're coming from. But then, like I told you much earlier, that I'm limited by Rule 52, Sub-Rule 2, which says the statement made by a minister may be debated provided that such a debate shall not exceed 1 hour. Now, where the leader of opposition feels that the debate is not enough, the good and the rules catered for the leader of opposition in a special way, where he feels that the debate has not been enough, the leader of opposition can bring any statement under Rule 53, which will also have its day, and he completes whatever he wants to complete. But for now, when maybe he can guide me on how he would want to proceed, but me, my thinking was he can submit, and then we come later with the video. I'm remaining with around only 30.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, I understand the limitation of time. But it took 5 years and over 1 million lives lost to reclaim the country from the abyss. This parliament, this house is the house of record, it's not the house of rumor mongering and any other considerations. My request to you to have the video played is to enable this house to debate on record. And right now, without the video, I'm constrained to assist the House to debate appropriately. I kindly request that actually, if you, with your indulgence, you allow my own technical team, they can help, the technical team of Parliament, to have this video activated. We have the technical backstopping to enable playing of that video, right, Honourable Speaker. Otherwise, right now, I'm constrained.
Thank you. Now, I hope I have a problem. The gadgets that come here are gadgets of Parliament, not of political groupings. Okay? They are not for NRM, they are not for opposition, they are gadgets of Parliament, of which you and me are leaders. Okay? So I really do not want to question my staff of Parliament until I follow the right procedure of questioning them. I cannot judge them here. I have even seen on national functions, you have a grid. You ask yourself, is this one also sabotaging the president? Or it has ever happened? Thank you. So, but for now, I'm going, because the debate is not on a leader of opposition, but I had wanted the leader of opposition to give the first response. For now, maybe I open up members. Look. Yeah.
Honourable Speaker, we have to agree that we are leaders in this country and that we are deliberate in what we want to do. Because I act and work meticulously, I have cross-checked in the technical room The person who was supposed to run the video has run away from the room. We are checking, and you see, we do not simply act out of the blue. The person charged with running the video has disappeared. So that speaks to deliberate sabotage. Right on the Speaker, and we cannot accept that as members from this side. Right on the Speaker.
Please, honorable colleagues, kindly, let's restrain ourselves. Now, honorable colleagues, as we wait, and this is, let me first consult Lope, let me not hear.
Information.
Now, honorable colleagues, I've just been, Honorable Zaake, please, take your seat. Honorable colleagues, I've just been informed by Rob that the technical room where they play the videos is not even here. There is a room, I'm told, yes, in the basement. That's where it is. Now, colleagues, I want to request you. Activities, a video, Rob. Listen, honorable colleagues. We are at a time, colleagues, we are at a time of debate. That's number one. Number two, I have tried to be as accommodative as possible, but I have a limit. I have a limit. I have a limit. Honorable procedure.
Right Honourable Speaker, I raise on a procedural issue following the revelation by the leader of opposition that a person supposed to play the video has actually disappeared. A very big issue. Right Honourable Speaker, would we be proceeding right by allowing such abdication of responsibility from a technical officer who is supposed to be an officer of this parliament, and we serve and proceed as if everything is normal? Shouldn't that matter be investigated? Shouldn't that officer be brought to book?
Honorable colleagues, my ruling on this is simple. I have received a complaint from the leader of opposition that a staff has not performed their duties. I hereby direct the clerk of parliament to investigate this and ensure that indeed we are informed as a leadership on the next action to be taken. But honorable colleagues, and most of you are lawyers, you want me to judge someone, to condemn someone, to journey house about someone? I have received a complaint. Here in parliament, if there is misconduct, okay, if the staff break rules, we have very clear procedures of handling our staff. And the good thing, the leader of opposition is part of the parliamentary commission. We are going to handle this matter administratively since this is an administrative officer. This is not a member of parliament whom we can handle here. It's an administrative officer. Lope?
You know, right on the Speaker, the unfortunate bit is that we have been at this for quite some time. And I can understand technical glitches from sabotage, and distinguish them and decipher them properly. This video was pre-tested in the system several times and authenticated. The bearer and the duty officer was even actually trying to test, to play the video while here, but you were communicating. So the same person disappears at the instant. Right on the Speaker. Right on the Speaker, The matters.
Rob, conclude.
Right Honourable Speaker, I can understand that members of this House may want to downplay what we are doing here, Right Honourable Speaker. And I think they believe that this matter simply relates to the title of the report.
Procedure.
Constrained to raise a matter of procedure, especially when my leader is on the floor. I am only persuaded by conscience and a conscious decision to ask this question. My understanding as a senior member of this House is that when a gadget of this nature is brought, or before it is brought here, as the leader of the opposition guided, it is brought to your attention and you authorize. The gadget that is missing is actually missing in your hands as Speaker of this House. And Mr. Speaker, and you know how much respect I give to institutions. And I have a duty to protect the integrity of this institution. Is this not a matter where you must summon all the forces at hand before you proceed with this matter to find out where your gadget is, to find out where your officer is, and to tell us the technical glitch, and to tell us, no, Mr. Speaker, I am okay with him because even in my constituency, I have people like the honorable member, and I respect them.
Thank you. Now, Honorable colleagues, Honorable colleagues, I used my prerogative. I used my prerogative as the presiding officer to allow the playing of the video. Okay? Because it's not provided for in the rules. I used my prerogative. Yes, you get it? And I wanted fairness. I told you, colleagues, we have to be fair to each other. Now, I'm seeing we are reducing the whole debate of a statement which I was told is very critical to playing a video. Number two, beyond the leader of opposition, I have other members who are going to submit on both sides. This is not a matter of opposition or NRM. This is a matter that affects all members here. Okay? So please, let's go on with the debate. And if there is a member who doesn't want to debate, I won't force you to debate. But what I told you is very simple. What I told you, please, I have already directed the clerk to do his work. I can't go to do the work of the clerk. Okay? Debate opens now. Okay? Debate starts now.
Procedure, Mr. Speaker.
Right, Honorable.
Procedure, Mr. Speaker.
Colleagues, don't access a microphone without my permission. Debate starts now. Lope.
Mr. Speaker, thank you. Technology has evolved, and technology can allow plug and play. May we seek your indulgence and we plug and play the video if the Office of Parliament has played a disappearing act.
Mr. Rope, as a leader of this House and as a Speaker, as a presiding officer, issues that are administrative and technical are issues of the clerk. Please, I know my limits. I don't want to go beyond my limits. Okay? I don't want to go beyond my limits. Look, you're a reader here. Now, the complaint made is on an administrative staff. An administrative staff. Even a political leader here, I have demanded that must be listened to before I judge anyone. Okay? So, look,
Mr. Speaker,
yes. My request to you, as a leader in this House, I don't know, Honorable Zaake, kindly take your seat. Don't mind. Kindly take your seat. My request to you is that we have a debate, okay? We have a debate. Please. And I want a commitment from you. If you feel we cannot have a debate, then you let me know.
Mr. Speaker, in my preamble I said that once the video is played, I don't even need 3 minutes. So the video actually is my debate. And without it, I have nothing to submit on the subject matter.
Thank you. Colleagues, I'm going to suspend the House for 10 minutes. For 10 minutes. I'm going to suspend the House for 10 minutes. And then when I come back, I want to take some action as a presiding officer of this House.
Uganda Yancha.